You've seen the biggest improvement in the Nets since you guys faced them earlier in the season?
I think when you watch them, their style of play, whether it's certain sets that they run, I think it looks like from the outside that guys know who's going to touch the basketball and where. And a lot of times that's a part of just understanding guys on your team and understanding your coach. So I think that's been the biggest difference from me watching them from the outside.
Jacque, the final stretch for Andrew, it hasn't been a great year for him. I mean, is this a chance for him to finish strong, to show you some things going down the stretch?
Well, I think overall, as a coach, you always want your players playing well, all of them. And that's a tough thing to do just because of minutes and situations like that. But you want all your guys feeling good and playing well at the same time. And we want Drew to feel better about his game and have the production also along with that. So hopefully these last games we can get him going and feeling good. You know, it's been interesting. I've watched his shots and the positioning on the floor, and then I watched 30 games ago of those, what they look like, and a lot of similar shots. I don't think the fact of him, you know, working on his three-point game has bothered the ability to shoot a jump hook from 7 feet. Players have done that, you know, since Kareem was shooting a hook shot. You know, so that didn't change the way he shot his free throw, which is 15 feet. So I think overall, it's interesting how you have to, even at this level, guys need to feel good about themselves. And Andrew has put the work in, and hopefully that work will continue to put him in a position where it translates.
A lot of people on the outside don't realize, even NBA players, their confidence goes up and down, right? I mean, you would think the supreme athlete wouldn't struggle with confidence, but it is an issue at times, right?
It's amazing. I've seen it from all levels, whether my third graders AAU team or me being in the same locker room as Hall of Famers. Throughout the course of the season, your confidence gets tested, and what do you do to try to get yourself in a position where you can reassure yourself? And we want our guys to find that reassurance from the work that they put in, and because you can always have that, no matter where you are. On the road, at home, you can have that work that's behind you. So I'm confident that Andrew has put in the work.
How is Nick doing? Will he practice today?
We'll take a look at him today. He's feeling a lot better. We'll take a look at him today and see what he can do on the floor. And so then we'll try to diagnose him and see the response from him on the floor today a little bit, and see how his Achilles feels after practice.
How many 7-footers do you know of that are as speedy and agile as Dewayne Dedmon is?
Well, I would have to try to think about that, but you know, he is a guy that can really, you know, run the floor. He's long. He uses that length, and he'll get stronger. And right now, he knows that's a part of his game that kind of makes him different than other 7-footers.
Before you got him, did you know he was that fast? I mean, where does he rank as far as speed-wise on this team, as far as the whole roster goes? Because, I mean, he gets down the full floor faster than pretty much anybody, it seems like.
And that's interesting, because that's a mental part of the game, too, that's pushing him to run fast where he might not receive the basketball. It's unselfishly running. And he did that a few times in the game and got someone else a good look. So that's an effort and a mindset in which he's been really good at.
If he were to come back for Summer League, is strength pretty much one of the big things as far as getting him to the next level, as far as becoming a long-term NBA player?
Well, you know, he started the game late, and so he'll continue to have to grasp concepts and be around different, scenarios. But at the same time, the strength component is definitely something that would add to his game, whether it's, being able to run with the same amount of speed and then, kind of hit first without feeling anything. So overall, the strength component will be something he'll work on in the offseason. Yeah.
Did you watch the national title game yesterday?
I did. Great game.
What'd you make of it? Of how just the tempo went down the stretch? It seemed kind of a grinded out game at the end. It
was interesting, just the ebb and the flows of the game, just to seeing the different players make plays, different coaching strategies. So I watched it as a coaching point of view and from a fan's point of view. So really good game, and happy for Kevin Ollie.
How well do you know Kevin, and I know you never were a teammate of his.
I mean, when he got the job at UConn, I text him congratulations. I'll text him congratulations. So, in today's world, that's where we are, texting.
How about the battles you guys had as high school players? Were you both pretty highly
Well, he's
comfortable high school players?
a couple years older than I, so
Okay.
I'll say that.
Mhm.
I feel good about that. But you know, we battled. We both were guys that were in the league for a lot of similar reasons, and so a lot of times either we were competing for jobs in the pro ranks.
Mhm.
But he played for a high-powered high school. We went and played at their place, so
Mhm.
good memories.
That's when you were at Muir?
That's when I was at John Muir. I was a Muir Mustang. Correct. He was a Crenshaw. Is Crenshaw Cougars? I'm not sure if they're the Cougars. Crenshaw, they're blue and gold. I was blue and gold also.
Darryl Strawberry.
Darryl Strawberry. Hot Plate. Stevie Thompson.
Hot plate, wow.
Some great names right there. Some great basketball.
That game last night broke an attendance record. What's the largest stadium or venue that you've actually played in as a player? Would it be that old Spurs Alamo Dome, possibly? Anything larger than that?
Wow, that's a good one. You helped me on that one. Indeed, where we used to drive our bus into the arena, so that tells you how big it was.
I mean, people, obviously the dimensions of the court are the same, but people talk about that depth perception. I mean, how long does it take you to get used to it? Is it just a matter of a couple practices or shoot-arounds? Does it take a couple trips there to actually get your depth perception to where it needs to be?
I think that's one of those opportunities where shoot-around is important for guys to get a feel of the space around them, and you know, it's interesting with the courts dropping off on the side now, so you got all those, I don't know, kind of dynamics. So that's one of those where shoot-around would be important, yeah.
Kind of like a little player death trap if you go off that
Yeah.
thing.
You know?
Good deal, thank you.
All right, you got it,
Thanks,
guys.
Coach.